right, here we are, second part of the video. We are getting ready to head to Old School Harley-Davidson to participate in the FXR day put on by this guy and Mike.
Yep.
So what exactly is on the agenda?
So we're going to ride from here to Ellington, it's about 60 miles. That's my daily commute to work. Get set up. Bikes should start rolling in around 10. We have got some judging classes. So judging's, I think we're going to do judging at like, if all the bikes are there by 2, we'll judge at 3. So that 4 o'clock we can get out into the dinner spot.
So we'll show the trophies online. He had a local machinist, his machinist, not my machinist, but his machinist made some really incredible trophies. We got hats, shirts, the design for this year's shirt. So this is only their second year doing it. Every year it's just going to keep growing. We're going to check out some cool bikes. We're definitely going to get some of the guys and their bikes on the camera. Ashley graced me with the presence of being able to ride this thing, which...
Old Faithful.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about this. I've never ridden a big NG though. Crate motor twin cams, but I've Milwaukee 8s and all that stuff, but I've never done a big inch Evo, so I'm excited to ride this thing. You've seen this bike a couple years ago. This was his tour bike, which you're going to be on the tour again with this bike, possibly.
Yeah.
You know, if you go back to our first FXR tour, that's how we met Ashley, through the FXR tour. This was the bike that he was building. He did have some wiring issues, and we weren't able to get them fixed until Dallas because it was requiring actual parts, and unfortunately dealerships, I don't know why dealerships don't stock common parts these days.
Durango didn't have it. Was the throttle wire, so Durango didn't have one. We couldn't get one until Amarillo. He
completed the FXR tour on this bike, but now he's actually going to do an FXR tour start to finish on the bike that he was intended to. So that's going to be super cool to see. So you'll see more of Ashley before the end of the year. Oh yeah, and this is also another one of Ashley's bikes. I showed this in last year's, not this past FXR East Coast Jam, but it's a Chopper Guy's frame, super cool bike. His son's actually here from England. He's going to be on this thing. And of course, you still got a garage full of other unfinished FXRs. Yeah. So we're going to start getting these bikes loaded up, and we're going to be heading out in like 5 minutes. Yeah, let's do it. Made it to Old School. We're early. We're super early. All the vendors are getting set up. This here's Tim, Gigasat. This is his 15-year project.
Only 5.
Man, this thing's clean though. Big 127. Really like the color.
The second one,
like I said, all the vendors are getting set up. We're just gonna try to get situated. So let me get a box.
Look at that.
I get it, you work out, but
boss. I'm not a union guy.
Oh, come on.
That's Mike. Morning, Mark.
Newly acquired Triple Crown winner right here. How did it feel doing it on a chopper? I think you're the first chopper guy.
I think so.
First FXR chop to do the Triple Crown.
Yeah. Like I said, that tank humbles you fast.
Yeah.
Humbles you real fast.
Oh, you're getting about the same mileage Justin was getting on an M8
Probably.
with a big tank.
Yeah, probably. That motor's definitely sucking.
Did you have any real issues, like anything other than the poor gas?
Nope, just a little loss of power.
Yeah.
You know, my first leg out to Lake Tahoe, I had my jets with me, but not on the last leg out to South Dakota. So I was feeling it going up those elevations.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Just a loss of power, but other than that, she rode fine.
And now here you are, another event in the books with this bike.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
So what are you, probably 12, 15,000 miles since the build?
Yeah, probably like closer to 15.
Yep, 15.
Yeah, because when we were in California, Joe took us for a friggin' almost 500-mile rip around the national rainforest.
Yeah, just a quick little afternoon ride.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I'm glad you made it. Good to see you again. Hell yeah, dude. So this here is Greg. This is Greg's blue frame FXR, and it's a little different than the typical blue frames. What do you got going on with the exhaust and bags and?
Oh, this one's called, I guess, a Heinz 57. It's got RD exhaust pipes. It's got mufflers from a Indian Scout. It's got RT bags. It's got an RP saddle and RT forks. It's got a little bit of everything on it. Oh, an RP footboards.
Yep.
So it's got a little bit of everything.
I mean, it's still got some of the original. It's got the original rear wheel and side covers and stuff. It's cool when someone takes a bike that was pretty rare and then you throw a bunch more rare parts at it. You know what I mean?
The good part of it is I can put it back to the way exactly the way it was.
You don't have to cut nothing to make it.
No.
Nope. That's a great looking bike. Where do you come in from?
Sturbridge, Massachusetts.
Okay. So how long is that? About 2 hours?
No, it's about an hour.
About an hour? Okay.
Yeah, it's not far.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we're kind of more towards the north part of the state.
Yes.
Well, beautiful bike. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Have a good one. We got Nick here. Nick, how old are you?
70 years old.
70 years old, and this is beautiful FXR2. Beautiful bike. So how many FXRs do you think you've had? You've bought them since they were brand new, when they first came out.
I've probably had 13.
Hell yeah.
13 different FXRs. Before the FXR2 right here, I had a 1993 FXRS. If you go to my Instagram page, you can see that. I actually experimented with the Ultima 113 and that. I had some clutch issues and beautiful bike. Before that, I mean, I can go on and on, but if I remember correctly, before that, which was probably my favorite, was a 1990 FXLR, and that had a 98-inch S&S stroker, not a 96, a 98, and that was my favorite all-around one, I guess. But right now, this is my favorite one.
Man, this thing is beautiful. The Saddleman fairing, you got the FXR Division bags.
Chris's bags from FXR Division.
The color match on it is perfect.
Chris's painter did that as well from FXR Division. Chris's painter also matched the Solomon Mini fairing here, and Chris put that on for me out in Arizona.
Hell yeah. Well, it's good meeting you. Beautiful bike.
Good meeting you,
It's
man.
been a pleasure.
Yep.
this thing's essentially a brand new.
It is a brand new. Well, it is a brand new FXDX. This is Tim Duffy's. This is the famous bike that you saw on the front of every newspaper just after the towers came down. It's the most posted picture of a Harley-Davidson ever, I think. Yeah. It's an absolute privilege to be able to work on such a thing. And it's very near completion. Very near. It has been a long road trying to source parts, find stuff, you know, with us and the other techs as well, obviously. But yeah, it's finally, we're in the home stretch now.
I can't explain it enough how cool it is to see this bike. Now, there's the old tank from the last wreck. So this bike has actually been wrecked twice. Unfortunately, y'all are restoring it back to the look and feel
exactly as
the morning
Tim
of
had it as he rode
into
that day
to the towers. So Harley-Davidson has stepped up and assisted with this project. He injured himself, you said, on the last wreck, and is still dealing with that. So he might not be able to ride this bike anymore, but this is still his bike, and it's cool. So hopefully by the time this goes out, this bike's been back to him, or at least seen that he's seen it. I just wanted to show you before the tanks and everything go on, just how clean. I mean, Ashley, one thing about Ashley here at this dealership is they obviously work on new stuff, but he gets to work on the old stuff, and this is what he enjoys. So you've been pretty much the sole mechanic on this bike.
Yeah, I've done the lion's share of the work on this. Obviously, you know, we have all chipped in, like the wiring loom, for instance. We couldn't get a new wiring loom for this, so we couldn't even get a new old stock one. So it's an old wiring loom. Josh deep-pinned every single connector on it. We went through the whole thing. Like, you know, every single thing on this bike has been touched and checked and meticulously measured. It's been a real
labor of love. And I can appreciate it because it's just stuff like this. I mean, it's all new. He did the hydraulic brakes back in 2000, 2001. You know, brand new grips, just everything. And then the
pegs that he had back, you know.
Yeah, like, this was the popular peg in that time to buy. There are some, they still have all the kind of the relics of the bike, some of the transformations this bike's had over the years. They're going to give all this stuff back to Duffy, so he'll still have all his pieces and bits to the bike, but they're not putting those on the bike because that wasn't on there the day that it went to the towers.
A lot of the stuff is to commemorate. You know.
And the same thing with the rear fender. There was some pinstriping done on the rear fender. They're going to hand them back to rear fender. They didn't repaint it. They went out and got another rear fender, painted it the correct color. And so when you get to see this bike, and I'm sure it's going to get photographed 100 times over the next week or two when it does get debuted. But man, just like all the little touches, you know, new lines, new rotors, new calibers, new legs. Harley still sells these FXDX with the adjustables, top and bottom. You know, just everything on this bike. Like you said, he did have a hydraulic clutch on it in that photo. He had the thunder header on it in the photo. He had the Mikuni on it in that photo. So
he actually had a Kuriakin hypercharger, which we are reinstalling. We just hopefully you're going to help us out with a backing plate.
I got the backing plate, so I'm gonna send that. So I'll get to contribute to this bike, which is super cool. But he had forward controls on it, so this is the way that bike, and that famous photo that I'll share it again here as I'm talking. Those are that's what they're modeling after. They got a brand new set of as new as you can find shocks. He had this little accessory bag on there. That's going back on the bike. They restored what they could. You know what I mean? Cleaned up what they could and then replaced what they had to.
So like the rocker box covers, these are his rocker box covers. So we refinished these. They're his OG
they're the
covers. Trans case, the trans we've been through it all obviously. Trans case is his, refinished. Top covers, his, refinished. Like we've tried to use anything that we can use that wasn't damaged by the heat, the fire.
Yeah, so the last wreck this bike had, it actually caught fire. And it did some significant damage to some things that actually messed up the original cases, but Harley was able to recondition the cases, so they got new cases, but you pulled the guts out. You see, it had a cam kit, so it does still have some of the internals, not all the internals, Still got some of the internals. There's just little things to this bike that they didn't want to, they could have easily just crate motor. So the bike is going to be incredible, and I really hope that Duffy works with Harley-Davidson and this bike can make it to the museum eventually,
I'd love
at least for a display. And I hope you guys can get out and see this bike in person. I hope this bike doesn't get all this work and just go into a garage, but it's his bike. If that's what he wants to do,
It's his bike.
keep your eyes peeled. Old School Harley will be posting up a lot of photos, videos, whatever about this bike once it's unveiled to Duffy. And I'm super, honestly, not just as a veteran, but as an American, I'm super happy to see this bike. I'm stoked that my good friend gets to work on it.
Well, I've got to say, as an Englishman, honestly, I still have to pinch myself sometimes. I've had the opportunity to be able to do this, but a lot of it is because, you know, I'm not blowing smoke, but it's because of the guys I work with and work for. Like Old School Harley-Davidson, we've got a really good team.
Here's an FXR, getting some insurance work slash, you know, repaint some stuff. There's another FXR getting a full motor swap. He's got a little sidecar project. You guys are trying to do painting in-house again. I mean, this is a real motorcycle shop, not just a Harley dealer. This is a real motorcycle shop, and this shows, because stuff like this, no offense if you're a Harley technician, but most Harley shops won't even touch this. This is a 2000 bike, 2000 model bike, and they'll just they'll tell you no at the door. I'm happy to see this. I'm happy with what you guys are doing. The FXR day. Hopefully all this is translating with the music. Music's loud, so hopefully it's making sense. Oh yeah, here we go. So there's the paint. And we were at Barry's shop in the last video when we stopped by his shop to drop the tank off, because they had to do a quick little correction on it. But that's the color. Those are the fenders. Like I said, there's the tank that was on the bike. It's gonna be cool, so I can't wait to see this thing. Can't wait to see his reaction to it.
I'm really excited to test ride this. That's because we've had it, we actually, it got dropped to us on the 11th
last year.
year.
But you guys had to source all the parts and you know, not all this stuff. They thought Harley was going to have a lot more than they had, and they didn't. I mean, the shocks, and there's a bunch of bits and pieces that you've had to personally try to find. Just like he was talking earlier to me about, this isn't the same style, but you've done so much research, you can't find it. We don't know what he was using before, so this is the closest. It's still hydraulic, it's still black like it was in the photo. This is his actual 6-speed that he put in the bike. So it's got a lot of, still has a lot of Duffy in it, but it's new. It's as close to new as you can get. That's awesome. All right, let's get back out there.
Let's go.
Now that the music's on.
The music stopped. Everyone for coming. This has been something we put on last year. We threw it together in like 6 weeks. We spoke to my boss, which is, where is he? Where's Brian? I don't know. This has grown from last year's. Added vendors, food truck band. You know, every year we're going to try and get it better. Okay, so trophies. We've got best paint, best performance, furthest travel, OG, best in show. Okay, so first trophy we want to give out to this one here. Justin. Ticks a lot of boxes. I mean, that power plant bike, the motor, the paint is good. It's like it's an all-round package. Okay, so the swing arm, everything, it's all there. So best performance. Well done. Okay, best. I fucking love this bike. All right, it's one of those bikes that you take a picture of it, it looks good. You see it in person, it looks amazing. You called it a shitbox earlier. It's definitely not a shitbox. Right? So, Chris, where are you, Chris? Suicide.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A lot of work. Thank you to the community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Hey, is this video gonna have subtitles?
Best OG.
Yeah.
Best OG.
So Mike needs to give this one. This is his.
Yeah, Mike.
Best OG is gonna go to Steve Conti. Where's Steve at? There you go. This is definitely the best OG bike here.
That's 2 cop bikes.
Very good, appreciate it.
Okay, so that leaves us with what we've got: furthest travelled and best in show. Okay, so furthest travelled. I think the trophies are pretty good this year as well. They were good last year, but this year they're pretty good. Okay, so the furthest travelled, just go to Jimmy Skids. Where are you, Jimmy? Okay, so there may be guys that have travelled mileage-wise a little bit further today, but Jimmy comes to all shows. He did Triple Crown last year. Last year I said this. He put a couple of motors in his bikes to do this shit.
Just see it running.
He keeps them, keeps them running. So Jimmy,
Where are you from, Jimmy? So everybody can hear you. Where are you from?
County, man.
So who's getting best in show, Mike?
That would be Wilson.
He was packing his shit up and he was getting on the road.
Speech.
So Wilson's been everywhere. I mean, he put a transmission on in his bike on the road, pretty much. It's just a killer bike, absolute killer bike.
Miles and smiles.
So
Miles and smiles. Nice, man. I appreciate it.
so we did have, so Kraus gave out a voucher earlier for their pick. It was the orange RP custom.
Oh yeah, that's Scott Lincoln's
Yeah, so they got a $500.
Alright, it's Sunday, we're heading to the airport right now, and I got my chauffeur taking me to the airport. So we just wrapped up the show, the after party. I didn't really record anything there, not really an after party, but just like a gathering of, like, you know, friends and stuff like that. So we ate at, what was that place called? The Yard?
Yard Tavern.
Super cool. We got back to the house and we just kind of, I don't know, just chit-chatted. He drank some British tea.
Yep.
In the middle of the night. I don't know. For one, I don't understand the English drinking caffeine to go to bed. It's still a very odd thing. I made the mistake the first night, got no sleep, so I refused to do it again. But we're heading to the airport, getting dropped off. The show went great. There was a lot of really cool bikes. Again, thank you to each and every one of you guys, especially the ones that walked up and shook my hand and said you watch the videos and you enjoy what we're doing here, because that's the whole reason we do it. As far as the show goes, I was blown away. The Northeast, I will say, you guys have an incredible collection of FXRs, and the crazy thing is like, almost everyone that rolled up on a really nice badass FXR has another equally as nice at home. You know, you had to make the choice of like which bike to bring.
I was lucky.
Yeah.
Because you bought one for me, and my son bought one of my others. I had three FXRs all in the same spot, and they all got ridden. So yeah, it was great. It's great.
So as far as the show goes, what's your takeaways?
It was awesome. Everyone that said they was going to come pretty much turned up, and I think that's probably everyone that puts on the show. That's their biggest worry, that you know, are people going to come? The weather was absolutely glorious. We had a great turnout of people. The vendors that we had were brilliant. The band was really good. Definitely got stuff we can improve on. We're definitely going to have more t-shirts for next year, because the show started at 10 and we were sold out by 12:15 apparently. We're definitely going to make sure we've got 2 food trucks rather than the 1, so that we can cater for everyone quicker. But on the whole, it was a really positive experience.
Yeah.
It was great. The Northeast showed out. You know, everyone came.
Yeah.
All the New Hampshire crew, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, everyone that has got a cool ass bike.
They were there.
It was there.
Yep.
It was there.
Yeah, as you can see from the video, it wasn't just FXRs. The parking lot of just people coming to see the bikes was incredible. The back parking lot of cars was packed. I'm telling you, for a motorcycle or for a dealership event, that was probably the best dealership event I've ever seen firsthand. And I've talked to Brian. Brian was at when we had our dinner last night, and I told him, I was like, Old School Harley definitely is one of those shops that I wish more Harley-Davidson shops were like. You know, I wish you guys catered. I wish more dealerships catered to those that have older bikes, because a lot of people that have older bikes have newer bikes too. You know, they have both, but they're going to go to a shop that will accept everything and not just a shop that wants to do one or two. So Old School Harley definitely does that. There was a guy that actually snapped a clutch cable, came up with Jimmy Skids. I don't know what his name was that broke the cable. Forgive me but he was there with Jimmy Skids and broke his clutch cable. And this shop right here had a plethora of clutch cables. They were able to go through some old stock, find the one that worked for them. They let, you know, not that they're going to do this for everybody, but they helped them because of the show, because of the event. They helped them get back on the road, and took care of them. And that's the way the motorcycle community should be. These guys are riding many, many miles to come support your event. The least that these shops and dealers and anyone involved can do is kind of give a little bit back, because without those folks making the journey, these events are useless. Yeah, these events are useless. But weather was absolutely perfect. Like you said, everything he said, band, the food, everything was great. I'm stoked. I'm so stoked I made it. More than motivated to get back on my bike now after seeing all these incredible bikes. I got a bunch of parts that I'm hoping I can carry onto the plane. We'll see how that goes. So if you didn't get to watch the first video of my trip, we went to Vulcan, we went to the New England Motorcycle Museum, we got to meet Ken Kaplan. Everything was incredible. This has been a very great 3 days, and I want to just thank you, your family, for letting me stay with you guys. Yeah, running me around, giving me a bike to ride, and to Mike and Polly and just everyone else that makes my experience every time that I come to this part of the country so memorable. Thank you guys, and yeah, we'll see you on the next video. So until then, y'all take care. Peace.